Hey everybody, it's Stephen Ellis here, the Associate Editor and Prospect Expert for Daily Faceoff, and this is my top 5 under-the-radar 2024 NHL Draft prospects presented by Fountain Tire. Let's start off here with number 5, Alex Zetterberg out of Sweden, and yes, he is related to Henrik Zetterberg. He's not sure how, so it must be a distant relative. But when it comes to his skill and just everything he does, the numbers don't lie. He's producing at the U20 level, he produces with the national team, he does a little bit of everything there. The biggest issue though is he's 5'7", and I think that's concerning to a lot of scouts because you don't see a lot of 5'7" players. I think a team that's willing to take a chance on him just on his skill could be rewarded here, but again, if he doesn't grow, I can see why teams are pretty concerned. Number 4, Mel Jagr, a goaltender with Omaha. If you look at his stats, 3 wins, 30 games, not so great, but he does face over 35 shots a game almost every single night, and I think that's pretty important because he's doing so much to keep his team in games, and that's hard to do when you are continuously getting just attacked every single night with so many shots. I think he looks pretty good. I know at 6'4", teams are excited about that there. A lot of raw talent. In a year where there's not a lot of good goaltending prospects, he could shine as someone who's drafted a little later just because we haven't been able to see what he could do against quality competition with a quality team in front of him. He has to do a lot of the heavy lifting. I like what I see. Number 3, Max Plante out of the U.S. National Development Team. He plays with Cole Yzerman and James Hagens, and you might have heard of those two guys. Cole Yzerman, the top prospect for 2024. James Hagens might be the top for 2025, and he plays so well with them. He's their playmaker. He does a lot of the play driving from the defensive zone to get these plays started. He's not great around the net with the puck, and I think that's kind of the issue. He does look to make these passes a bit more than he probably should, but in terms of a playmaker, you're not going to find guys that are better than him. He's just near the top of the class, so I like what he's able to do there. Next up at number 2, Noel Franson, someone who I think should be a top 60 player in this draft, but I know a lot of teams don't even have him on their draft board because he's not great defensively. But what he is good at is moving the puck. He's on pace for 25 goals in the Swedish U20 League, which is very, very incredible considering that's never been done before. So, a guy being able to produce at that level is impressive. Again, sure, maybe not the greatest defensively in his own zone, but when it comes to him with the puck, Axel Sandin-Pellikka last year looked really good, but he does not come close to what Noel Franson has been able to do this year. And to cap it all off, number 1, John Mustard. Great name, great player, a point-per-game player in the USHL this year. I thought he was one of the best players at the USA Top Prospects game. It's just someone, when you surround him with talent, he's the one generating everything. He's a very good transitional player. I know a lot of people didn't have him high on the draft boards at the start of the year. Actually, NHL Central Scouting had him as a 7th rounder. Talking to some of those scouts now, we're looking at a guy who might be going top 65, top 70. So I like that, and those are my top 5 under-the-radar prospects for the 2024 NHL Draft.
What's up, hockey fans? If you enjoyed that video, then you need to be hitting the subscribe button right here at Daily Faceoff. Exclusive interviews and analysis from our hockey insider Frank Saravalli, fantasy updates from Brock Sagan, and a daily live show at noon Eastern Monday through Friday. You don't want to miss any of the fantastic content, so hit that subscribe button.